A very good afternoon to everybody. Well, we are on the fourth day of our webinar series. Today's topic is Confrontations of Lord Prabhu Shri Raam and Hanumaan. The title Lord for Shri Ram is a colonialist effect which we are still under. So in this Amritakal of next 25 years, it is high time that we shed this effect of colonialism, and grow independent in the true sense. So today's topic is confrontations of Prabhu Shri Ram and Hanuman. We have a very interesting episode which talks about the first meeting of Prabhu Shri Ram and Hanuman. It's quite an interesting episode. As we all know, Sugriva, who has been exiled by Vali, is in a place called Rishya Mukha Parvata. It is near Pampa Lake. This Pampa Lake is in the Hampi region of today's Karnataka. So this region, when Prabhu Shri Ram with his brother Lakshman comes down, he meets Hanuman. And this whole episode appears in Kishkinda Kanda. It so happens that Sugriva, with his surveillance camera of those days, gets to know that two young men have entered his territory. Two young men have entered his territory and they're carrying bow and arrow. So this was a signal of danger. And they have their general body meeting, probably in a boardroom, and they decide to send one man as to study the situation. And this one man is none other than Mr. Hanuman. So Mr. Hanuman happens to visit these two people and finds out. As he goes to them, he didn't want to go with his original form. So he takes the form of a Brahmin, a Vatu, and goes to these two people. As he goes to these two people, at once he's supposed to hide his identity and then talk to them and get back with all the information. But the moment he goes to them, he looks at them into their eyes. Of course, he looks into Prabhu Shri Ram into his eyes and at once kneels down and he says, I am Hanuman, minister of Sugriva, minister of Sugriva. I'm here to find out who you people are. And Ram is seeing him through his penetrating eyes. He's giving a look to understand the messenger. Meanwhile, Hanuman says, you both look like Rajarshis. You are dressed like Brahmins. You look like Tapasis. You look like Brahmins. But you are armed. With bows and arrows. Animals are scared because of this. Your eyes are like petals of lotus. You have a broad chest. You seem to be unbeatable in fight. You seem to be unbeatable in fight. You seem to be saviors of many. It looks like you have saved many people. Yeah? Gods disguised as humans. You look like gods disguised as humans. So, this kind of contradictions I'm surprised with, he says. I'm seeing this kind of contradictions, so I'm surprised. Please tell me who you are, he asks. Ram, before answering Hanuman about who they were, he says to Lakshman, he says to Lakshmana, Lakshmana, see here how eloquent he is, how eloquent he is, how nicely he spoke. Now, how nicely he spoke. The final question which he had posed was one more. He says, who are you, from where you came, and why you came? This was the second question. First question was, your appearance looks contradicting, and I am of surprise. Kindly throw some light on it. That's first one. Second one was a series of questions: who you are, from where you came, why you came. So imagine a person comes in and these three questions are asked at once. If he gives complete answer, don't you think the answer, the message would be complete enough? How nicely it was put across. How nicely it was put across. Ram says, how eloquent he is. Nothing is impossible for a king. Nothing is impossible for a king who has a minister like him. Ram is explaining to Lakshman. Okay. Nothing is impossible for a king who has a minister like him. Even an enemy, even an enemy cannot act after listening to this man. His king, he is lucky enough. His king is lucky enough because he seems to be have understood all the Vedas along with Vyakarana, that is the grammar. One who talks like this cannot be without knowledge. One who talks like this cannot be without knowledge. See his eyebrows. See his eyebrows. See his forehead. They did not move a bit without his permission. His eyebrows and forehead did not move without his permission. Unnecessarily, they did not move. They did not move. His voice was neither low nor loud. His voice was neither loud nor low. It was apt. It was apt. How much was required, the volume, how much was required, it was exactly used. The tone which he started with, it was the same. It was the same. And he knows how to pronounce each and every word, every syllable of it. Sugriva is lucky to have him as a minister. This was told by Prabhu Shri Raam to Lakshman. What a wonderful statement he has made. And even today, people who talk about public speaking use these points. Don't you think so? When you talk about eyebrows, forehead, we talk about body language. We talk about body language, and this body language is absolutely the same theory we use for teaching art of public speaking, effective public speaking. Then voice, modulation of voice, tone. Yeah, these are the principles of public speaking, and those days it was referred to. So this was the first incident where these two people meet, and a wonderful combination, wonderful bonding happens between the two, and rest is history, of course. Though some call it as mythology, rest is history. This is the first episode where these two people meet, and this historic meet happens. We are proud to announce We were proud to say that it happens in Karnataka, our state. Going further, going further, I would want to refer to another confrontation. Confrontation need not be a meet, no? There cannot be a fight, no? A meeting. Another confrontation with Mata Sita. He goes, of course, the ornament was given. Prabhu Shri Ram's ornament was given. So he goes with it and wins her heart because Sita was under the impression that this monkey kind of structure could be an agent of Ravana. All these doubts were there in the mind of Mata Sita, and he convinces her, makes her understand that it is not an agent of Ravana, but he is truly, he belongs to Ram. So with this, he talks about this is the discussion with Sita, and then it so happens that one situation where Rama and Hanuman are supposed to fight now. This is a tricky situation which happens. Of course, all the episode of Ramayana which we listen to as story is all over. It's all over. And then it so happens that Hanuma is in his own territory, busy with Ramanama Japa, whereas Rama busy with his administrative work. And that point of time, somewhere at one in the palace of Indra or somewhere, the two rishis, Vishwamitra and Vasishtha, these two rishis happen to get to a discussion. There they start discussing, and the topic of discussion was, is Rama Bana powerful or Rama Nama is powerful? Which is powerful, Rama Bana or Rama Nama? So this discussion goes on, and Vasishtha, Rishi Vasishtha is of the opinion that Rama Nama is more powerful, whereas Vishwamitra, Rishi Vishwamitra, he is convinced that Rama Bana is more powerful. So when this tug of war happens, they happen to decide, they happen to discuss, and they take refuge of to create one situation. They take the refuge of creating one situation, where they involve one one small little king of a small place called Chandrabhanu. Chandrabhanu was a devotee of Sri Rama, no doubt, devotee of Sri Rama. At that point of time, he is busy doing his prayers. So Vasishtha says to Vishwamitra, Vasishtha tells to Vishwamitra that you go and visit Chandrabhanu. And this was the trick actually. So Vishwamitra goes to Chandrabhanu, and the moment these rishis go there, they are supposed to be treated with a lot of respect. That was the law of the land of those times. So these were supposed to be received very well, very warmly, and they have to be treated very well. This was the practice. At that point of time, Chandrabhanu, he was busy with his prayers. He did not receive Vishwamitra properly. And all of a sudden, Vishwamitra became angry, and he left the place and went direct to Rama and told him that, see, one king is there, and it so happened that even after I went there, he did not receive me properly. Now you have to go and kill him. You have to see that he is executed. So this was the order given by Vishwamitra to Prabhu Shri Ram. Prabhu Shri Ram immediately wanted to act because Vishwamitra was his guru, and he just sent his army with some leaders, some captains there. He told them to go and destroy that king and come back and inform me. So this army goes. Meanwhile, this Narada Maharshi gets to know this, and he goes and intimates, gives a hint to Chandrabhanu of what all is possible now, which danger is impending. So with this, Chandrabhanu asks him, Narada Maharshi, what should I do now? So Narada says, you do one thing, you go to Hanuma. Hanuma is there. You go to Hanuma and tell him that your life is in danger. Your life is in danger. Please protect me, is what you are supposed to tell. When that is the case, it so happens that Hanuma will ask you, who is that who wants to kill you? Then you have to tell, you have to tell, first you promise me, assure me of security, and only then I will tell the name. Okay? If he promises, if he assures that he will protect you, then you tell the name of Rama. Otherwise, don't tell. This was the hint given by Narada to Chandrabhanu. So Chandrabhanu at once runs to Hanuma and goes and falls to his feet and holds his feet and says, Lord Hanuma, kindly secure me, kindly safeguard me, kindly protect me, all those things. Then Hanuma gets up and says, okay, Chandrabhanu, tell me, who is that who is troubling you, who wants to kill you? Somebody wants to kill you. I can't believe it. You are such a noble king. Why will anybody want to kill you? Is what Hanuma asks Chandrabhanu. Okay, whatever it is, my life is in danger. You now promise me that you will safeguard me, you will protect me, all those things. And then Hanuma says, I am swearing on Rama Nama that I will protect you, you don't worry. I am swearing on Ramanama that I will protect you, you don't worry. So this word he gives, and then gets to know that the person who wants to kill Chandrabhanu is none other than Prabhu Shri Raam himself. Hanuman is shocked. Hanuman is shocked. At once he is wonderstruck. Now he doesn't know what to do. Doesn't know what to do. And then, after all that emotional disturbance, he settles down. He settles down and tells himself, anyway, I have given word. I have sworn on the name of Sri Ram. Even if Sri Ram comes, I can't take back. Because Rama Nama is actually my mantra. I can't go against my mantra. Okay, and he sits and he tells him to, he makes him hide somewhere in one particular place, and he sits in between. Okay. Meanwhile, this army, which is sent by Prabhu Shri Ram, comes, and in no time Hanuman chases the army away, destroys the army. Okay, so people run back, saying that, oh, Prabhu Shri Ram, we can't do anything, we couldn't do anything, we have lost. Then he sends his brothers along with the army, and the brothers also come and they are chased back. And this Ram is wondering, how come? How come I am Emperor Prabhu Shri Ram? How is that somebody can stop my army? Somebody can stop my brothers. Somebody could confront me? Is what he's wondering. Okay, then he gets up and comes Swataha Swayam Prabhu Shri with all his valor. Yeah, you can understand. One who has killed Ravanasura. And he comes and he stands in front of his supposed to be enemy, who is none other than his own devotee, Prabhu Shri Ram. Unbelievable. You can imagine what kind of a situation Prabhu Shri Ram is in. And he comes and he's struck. He's wonderstruck to see Hanuman there. Of all the people, Hanuman is there. And he's shocked. And he says, hey, Hanuman, come, send him. Who is that person? Send him, I want to kill him. Is he taken for granted? Hanuman, no. He's taken for granted. Send. This monkey gets up, stands on its feet, which is with its knees bent. Please imagine. He stands on his feet, having his knees, Knee, knees bent, his waist bent forward, folded arms, with so much of devotion. He says, He's looking like a small dwarf because he has bent, no? He's bent. With his folded arms, he says, Prabhu Shri Raam, you tell me to do anything. You tell me to kill myself. I will kill myself. But don't tell me to send Chandrabhan. I have protected him. I have given him a safe corner somewhere in the world. Yeah, nobody can trace him. Nobody can find him. Even you can't find him. I'm sure about it. But please excuse me. I can't send him. I can't give him to you because I have promised that I will safeguard him, I will protect him. I have sworn on your name. And Ram is shocked now. And he once again shouts at him. He cajoles him. He's not accepting. He shouts at him. Not accepting. Screams at him. Not accepting. And tells her, come on, get ready for a fight. And he opens his arms. And the opponent, what is supposed to do? What is supposed to do? He says, at once stands up with his full structure of strength and says, Prabhu Shri Ram, your one single, even a single arrow cannot touch me because I'm guarded by Prabhu Shri Ram. Nama, Prabhu Shri Ram Nama. And he stands and once again he folds hands and closes eyes and starts chanting Ram now. Starts chanting Ram now. And this becomes a headache for Prabhu Shri Ram. And finally he gets irritated and starts hurling arrows. One after the tens of arrows. None of the arrows even reaches Hanuman. There is a closure. There is a invisible closure completely around Hanuman. None of these arrows are able to penetrate that particular shield to reach Hanuman. That was the strength of that Nama, that name, Prabhu Shri Ram. It goes on, and finally he takes his final astra, that is Brahmastra, some big astra, probably Brahmastra. Okay, and then he chases that, he leaves that, and even that doesn't work. And then it becomes a big question mark for Prabhu Shri Ram. Whereas Hanuman is completely engrossed in the chanting of Ram Nam. And then Vasishtha, Vishwamitra, Narada, all of them appear. They will be standing there as audience. As audience, they'll be standing there, and they all appear and they stop it and they explain what exactly happened. And they just wanted to show the world how powerful is Ramanama against Rama himself, or a Rama Bana for that matter. So this was one episode which makes us understand how strong Ramanama is by itself. So this episode, which shows that Ramanama is more important, happens to be reciprocated in one situation with with Hanuman, when he was in front of Ravana. Okay, in front of Ravana. This Ravana, he's sitting on his throne, whereas Hanuman is in front of him, and they are trying to take control over him. Okay, take control over him. And they're asking 100 questions. Who are you? What are you? What do you want? All those things. And this guy is not telling anything. Okay, at that point of time, many people tried, many of his ministers tried this one, that one, everything. And finally, Ravana realized that he's a monkey. He might be Rama Bhakta, he might be anything, but he's a monkey. First of all, after all, he's a monkey. And then he says, hey, give him some fruits. He will eat and he will tell who he is. Why is he come here? Okay, so all those things they try. This was the last trick which realized for the kind of work he had done. Yeah, so they realize. So finally, he is provided with fruits. Phala, 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 pushpa, phala, pushpa. Phala is fruits, pushpa is flowers. Correct? So you give him some phala. So then, with that, we'll be able to take control over him. So when this was the statement made, and when he was offered very wonderful ripe fruits, he says, and that has been recorded as a song. I would just want to refer to the song by singing. ಯಾವ ಫಲ ಬೇಕು ಎನಗೆ. It says, ಯಾವ ಫಲ ಬೇಕು ನನಗೆ. Ravana says, give him some fruits, give him some phala. Give him some phala, he will be happy. At that point of time, he counters the discussion, saying, ಯಾವ ಫಲ ಬೇಕು ಎನಗೆ, ಜನ್ಮ ಸಫಲವಗೈವ, ಜನ್ಮ ಸಫಲವಗೈವ, ಫಲವಿರಲು ಸುಮ್ಮಗೆ, ಯಾವ ಫಲ ಬೇಕು ಎನಗೆ. What phala I want? I have the phala which will make my janma fruitful. I already have the phala which can make my life fruitful. What kind of a phala I need? ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಫಲಗಳ ಬಿಡುವ, ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಫಲಗಳ ಬಿಡುವ, ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ ತರುವಿಹುದು ಎನ್ನ ಎದೆಯೊಳಗೆ. ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಫಲಗಳ ಬಿಡುವ, ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ ತರುವಿಹುದು ಎನ್ನ ಎದೆಯೊಳಗೆ. In my heart there is a tree. In my heart there is a tree which gives the fruits of moksha, and that tree is Sri Rama, Sri Rama himself. ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಫಲಗಳ ಬಿಡುವ, ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ ತರುವಿಹುದು ಎನ್ನ ಎದೆಯೊಳಗೆ. ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ ಕಲ್ಪತರು ಮೂಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾ ಕುಳಿತು, ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ ಕಲ್ಪತರು ಮೂಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾ ಕುಳಿತು, ಬೇಕಾದ ಫಲಗಳನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯುತ್ತಿರುವೆ. ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ ಕಲ್ಪತರು ಮೂಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾ ಕುಳಿತು, ಬೇಕಾದ ಫಲಗಳನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯುತ್ತಿರುವೆ. I am sitting at the base of this Sri Rama Kalpataru. Kalpataru is the tree which gives anything and everything what we want. I'm sitting at the base of that, and I'm getting all the phalas which are required for life, In this context, just a second. ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ ಕಲ್ಪತರು ಮೂಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾ ಕುಳಿತು, ಬೇಕಾದ ಫಲಗಳನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯುತ್ತಿರುವೆ. ಪ್ರತಿಫಲವನ ಬಯಸೆ ಜಗದ ಕಹಿ ಫಲಗಳನ್ನು, ಪ್ರತಿಫಲವನ ಬಯಸೆ ಜಗದ ಕಹಿ ಫಲಗಳನ್ನು, ನಿಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮುನ್ನಡೆಯುವೆ. ಪ್ರತಿಫಲವನ ಬಯಸೆ ಜಗದ ಕಹಿ ಫಲಗಳನ್ನು, ನಿಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮುನ್ನಡೆಯುವೆ. ಯಾವ ಫಲ ಬೇಕು ಎನಗೆ, ಯಾವ ಫಲ ಬೇಕು ಎನಗೆ. He says, Sri Rama Kalpataru is in my heart. I'm sitting at the base of this tree and I'm getting what all fruits which are required. Phala, all the phala which are required, I'm getting. Pratiphalava na bayase. I don't expect anything as return. As return. ಈ ಜಗದ ಕಹಿ ಫಲಗಳನ್ನು, that is the fruits of this worldly world, the fruits of this worldly world, I am leaving with you people and I'm going. So this is a saintly nature of anybody who cannot be bought with the worldly things. If we have to connect to today's, if we have to connect with today's situation, where once you are connected to God, once you are connected to that divinity, these small little things doesn't matter at all. Sometimes some people around us, they look like yogis. How they look like yogis? Only because when they don't go behind money, when they don't go behind favors, when they don't go behind returns, if they don't go behind returns, favors, money, and still they are working more than what they are getting, then automatically they are yogis. And that is this person by name Hanuman. So this kind of a confrontation which happened with Hanuman and Ravana explains us the divinity of the strength of the influence of the name of Prabhu Shri Ram. So with the strength of this Nama, he could challenge even Prabhu Shri Ram. He could face even Prabhu Shri Ram. Connecting this to present world. In fact, I can share my personal experience. It so happened that in my workplace, a situation came where the owner of my workplace happened to question me. The owner of my workplace happened to question me for one of the steps which I had taken. I, without budging, with full strength and vigor, added emotion to it, and I gave back, telling Mr. Whoever, this is the job which I am doing. This is my job I am doing. You might have given me the job, but my job is more important for me, and to safeguard, to see that my job, my work happens properly, I am supposed to take the steps. Even if you tell, I wouldn't get back. And he appreciated and he said that my respect for you increased, is what he said. And it was a nice situation. Probably Hanuman inspired me to take this step against my own reporting officer. Okay, so with this we end this session. If there is anything to be discussed, we can put it on chat box and we can discuss. Anyway, Jai Siaram, Lalita Behera, Bhavya Raju, good evening all. Seema Sinha, beautiful explanation. Thank you. Mr. Giridhar Udyavara, the first impression is the best impression. Lord Hanuman is the personification of all the above. Absolutely. Yes. Thank you so much, Lalita Behera. Thank you so much, Bhavya Raju. Thank you so much, Seema Sinha. Thank you so much, Mr. Giridhar Udyavara. Thanks all. Thanks one and all. And next episode on next Sunday would be about the song which was sung during the Prana Pratisthapana of Ramlala, of Balaram. In Kannada, a Kannada song was sung. So that song will be the topic for next Sunday. So till then, bye bye. See you next week.